hey, can you just make a dinner just like a typical dinner that you always make, which according to my husband is always chicken.
My mom would make the same thing for dinner every single night, and that was chicken breast with salad and then some sort of carbohydrate. Is that right, Mom?
Yeah, and are you saying there's something wrong with that combination?
Ever since Will started YouTube 3 years ago, you never know what's gonna happen around here. Every day it's like a box of chocolates. One day I could be filming a royal high tea where Will is playing Queen Elizabeth II. Maybe we're diet swapping. Maybe we're doing the Rocks workout. He might come in and say, hey Mom, let's go and maybe do a blind taste test. And I'm always game. So the first thing that I wanna show you is, you might recall if you saw his video recently, which is probably around 1 million views by now. I started with chicken and I was pounding the chicken.
Damn, girl, how am I supposed to work?
You're gonna flatten the chicken? I always like to pound the chicken with a lift, not so that it's flat as a pancake to within 1 inch of its leg, but just to make it even for even cooking. The other bonus to flattening the chicken is it gives you the illusion that you're eating more because it's now more spread out on your plate. So I flattened the chicken already, and then I have to show you this. First of all, I bought this at Costco. So run, don't walk to Costco if you have the chance. It's also available apparently on Amazon, so I will put the link down below. And it's available online in a variety of different places. This is fabulous. Have you ever had something where you marinate and you're chopping and you're doing all kinds of crazy things and you're marinating something and then you think, did that really do anything? This does something. It is so delicious. So I pounded the chicken a little bit. I threw them in this bag. It doesn't have to be like a lake full of it. Just, you know what, just enough that it all covers, and I'll plunk that in the fridge for as long as you want. So that's ready for when I'm ready for the barbecue. I'll put that aside. I've chopped some veggies. The one thing I want to tell you also about the veggies is I don't just throw it in a bowl and cover it with olive oil to let it all soak up. What I'll do is I'll put olive oil, maybe, you know what, for that, maybe 1/4 cup, maybe not even. I'll throw in some garlic powder and some salt and pepper, and that is what I will brush on when it's at the barbecue, all right? So that it's not getting saturated, but it is going to get a nice blackened outside and it's going to char nicely without too much absorption. The other thing I want to point out is, for a long time, I always sliced zucchini this way, so I had long strips. And I wanted to show you that I much prefer now cutting the zucchini in half and then into quarters like that. They keep their shape much better. They don't absorb the oil so much, and then I really think that it's a better way to go. So you might want to give that a try. So I've got my veggies all ready to go. The other thing that we had that night was sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. Keep the skin on, give them a good wash. Now I love putting these on the barbecue, so you have to par cook them, because you know what? You're gonna be all day out there and it's never gonna get soft. So what I do is I wash them and then I poke them and then I put them in the microwave. And I'll do that. I'll start with maybe 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes. Turn them over, poke them again so that they're good and soft, and then I'll slice them. The other thing that I want to say is the only reason that I'm doing this video is so many people have requested it. I'm gonna put up on the board like all kinds of, in the comments of Will's video have been, wow, that dinner your mom made looks so great. Even comments on my video are like, oh, can you show us how you made that dinner in Will's video? And you know what? It's super simple. There's no rocket science here. Just simple and fast, and things that I've used as shortcuts. One of which I'm going to show you right now is the salad dressing. Will never trusts me. He always thinks I'm sneaking in oil. I don't know why he thinks that.
Is shallots and lemon juice mixed with the local dressing.
Okay.
So in case you want to know.
That's just my mom trying to convince me that there's no oil in her cooking.
There isn't! What do you think?
I use shortcuts like low-cal dressing, but I don't really like the taste of it just on its own. To me, it's so obviously bottled. The great thing about it is the calories are low and the fat is low or almost non-existent. But as I say, it just doesn't have that great homemade taste, which I love. So what I like to do is I get shallots. If you don't have shallots, you can use an onion. That's fine. But I get a shallot, which is kind of like a half onion, half garlic. You need to chop it finely because this is now going to be part of your dressing. So you don't want giant hunks in here. This is going to elevate your store-bought dressing to the next level. So I'm going to put probably half that shallot in there. And I am going to use the juice of half a lemon. The lemon juice just cuts that bitterness, also works great for onions, just cuts any kind of bitterness and kind of mellows out the flavor, and it really makes a huge difference. I've got the juice of half a lemon, I've got my shallot in there, and I'm gonna put in like maybe about a half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm just gonna like leave that for a minute, okay? So just leave that to the side, let it kind of, you know, mellow out a bit, and we can go on to the next part of the salad. Everyone will tell you that I am a salad maniac. I love salad, and generally speaking, we have salad every night. I just start with a base of greens. I love arugula. Some people hate arugula. I love arugula, but you know what? Arugula or some mixed greens, whatever. What I do love adding to my greens is the coleslaw mix. I love having different textures. I love having crunch, and I find that, you know what? This is really inexpensive, is good fiber, and it's filling, and it really, I love it in salad. So I mix that in with my greens. Now, in the salad that I made for Will, I put in fennel or anise. This is another great thing a lot of people don't use in their salad, and I love it. It's also great on a vegetable tray, just with dip. Like if you watch my dip video, and you could make those dips. Slicing fennel with that, really nice, and it's just a little bit different than the usual. I wash that and take off just the yucky part on the outside, if you have any. Okay, so we've got all that, and so I'm going to sprinkle that on top. I'm going to put some tomatoes, and then what goes fabulously with fennel is some fresh orange. Our sweet potatoes, I've had them in now, so it's poking, but it's not good enough. All right, see how there's still too much resistance. So back in, these are going to go another 2, and I've already added 2, so probably they've already been in for about 4. Let's move back on to the salad dressing, which really is the popular demand that people really were interested in, this salad dressing. So I've got, as we talked about, I've got my shallot finely chopped. I've got my lemon juice, half a lemon. I've got some salt. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some vinegar. So I like the white balsamic. I don't like in this to use the dark balsamic. It sort of takes over the show. And so I really like the white balsamic. If you don't have that, then white wine vinegar is good, or really any vinegar that you like is good. So we're just going to add, you know, like a couple of swigs of that. Now we come in with the easy peasy calorie-wise dressing. So I didn't lie to Will, there is no oil in this.
There's no oil.
There's no oil?
Zero oil. Zero. So I'm gonna add the dressing to make, you know, as much as I'm gonna need for that. We don't need any more salt. I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper. that is ready for whenever we are ready for the salad. Okay, now they're ready. See, they're even bubbling. So I'm gonna cut these, in about, I guess, is that like about an inch maybe? And these I'm gonna put on the barbecue and brush with our olive oil. I am. Victoria's home and we're ready to eat. I'm just gonna toss the salad. We're ready to eat, and how simple and easy was that meal to put together? A few minutes and you're ready to go, and that's what we're gonna do now. Dig in. And I'll see you in the next one.